By 2026, green isn't just a trend, it's a regulation. Today, two high-income and green side hustles go head-to-head. Do you want to be a data translator for homeowners or a sourcing hero for small businesses? Let's find out which one you can actually launch in 7 days from your garage. Welcome to Geekonomy Garage. Let's get into it. So here's the setup. We have two contenders fighting for the title of easiest green side hustle to launch this week. Contender 1 is the Green Home Energy Auditor, AI-assisted version. Contender 2 is the Sustainable Sourcing Agent for small businesses. Both are real, both are in demand right now, and both can generate serious income. But only one wins the 7-day challenge. Let's break it down. Contender 1, the Green Home Energy Auditor. Most people heard the word energy audit and immediately think you need a license, a hard hat, and maybe a van with expensive equipment. That assumption is exactly why this opportunity exists in 2026. You don't need any of that. Here's the actual logic behind this hustle. Smart home devices like the Sense Energy Monitor and Google Nest already do the heavy lifting. The Sense Monitor, for example, plugs directly into your home electrical panel and starts learning your home energy signature. Over time, it identifies individual appliances, flags devices that are constantly draining power even when they appear to be off, and gives you a live dashboard of everything happening inside the home electrically. One real-world user who installed the Sense Monitor documented saving over $350 in just 16 months. He found a frayed extension cord using 80 watts of power when nothing was even plugged into it. That is a fire hazard, not just a money drain. He caught it because the monitor always-on tracking feature lit it up like a red flag. That right there is your proof of concepts as a service provider. Your job as the Green Home Energy Auditor is not to install wiring or read circuit diagrams. Your job is to be the data translator. You log into the client's app, you read the charts, you identify the wasteful patterns, and you deliver a clean one-page saving roadmap that tells them exactly what to fix. Unplug, upgrade, or schedule differently. That's it. Your startup cost here is low. We're talking roughly $200 to get your own monitor set up so you can practice and demonstrate results. Your service price point sits comfortably between $150 and $300 per audit. One client covers your startup costs, 2 clients puts you in profit. Now, let's talk about the 7-day launch reality. Day 1, you order the monitor or borrow access to a willing friend or family member existing smart home setup. Days 2 through 4, you learn the app, you document what you find, you draft your one-page roadmap template. Day 5, you create a simple offer. 1 page, 1 price, 1 outcome. Days 6 and 7, you reach out to 5 homeowners or landlords in your network. That is a realistic 7-day path. Who is this for? If you are a kind of person who loves sitting with data, spotting patterns, and turning complexity into clarity, this is your lane. The garage label for this one is introvert mode. You are mostly working alone, reading dashboards, writing reports. Now, let's bring in contender 2, the Sustainable Sourcing Agent for small businesses. Here's the problem this hustle solves. Small and medium businesses are under increasing regulatory pressure in 2026. Scope 3 emission reporting requirements mean that companies now need to account for the environmental footprint of their entire supply chain, not just their own operations. That includes their packaging suppliers, their raw material vendors, and every third party they work with. The problem is most small business owners, whether they run a local cafe or an e-commerce brand selling handmade goods, do not have the time or expertise to vet suppliers for sustainability credentials. They're drowning in their own daily operations. That is where you walk in as the sustainable sourcing agent. Your role is matchmaker and vetting specialist. You research, identify, and vet ethical and sustainable suppliers on behalf of your clients. You find the plastic-free packaging vendors, the certified ethical textile manufacturers, the carbon-neutral shipping partners. You build the connections so they don't have to. And here's what makes this particularly powerful as a business model. Your primary tool is free. You use AI research tools like Perplexity, combined with suppliers directories that are already publicly available. There are already many well-documented sustainable packaging companies you can start building into your vendor database on day one. Zero software cost, zero inventory, your startup cost is genuinely $0. The income model here is also different from the audit path. Instead of one-time fees, you can charge a monthly retainer, typically around $500 per month, or you can work on a commission model tied to supplier deals you close. A retainer client is recurring income. One client held for 3 months equals $1,500 for work you are continuing to get better at. 7-day launch for the sourcing agent. Day 1, you pick a niche. Cafes, boutique fashion brands, local e-commerce. Do not try to serve everyone. Day 2 and 3, you build a started vendor list using AI research and existing sustainable supplier catalogs. Day 4, you create your offer, a simple one-paragraph pitch explaining what you do and what the client gets. Day 5, you identify 5 local businesses in your chosen niche. Day 6 and 7, you reach out. In-person visits work better than cold email for this one because relationship building is the core of the service. Who is this for? If you love conversations, networking, and the thrill of connecting the right people with the right resources, this is your lane. The garage label here is extrovert mode. You are building a network and your network becomes your product. Now, let's put them side by side. Startup cost. Energy auditor needs roughly $200 for a monitor. Sourcing agent needs $0. Advantage? Sourcing agent. Time to first client. Energy auditor requires a few days of learning the app and building your template. Sourcing agent requires building a vendor list and making direct content. Both are achievable in 7 days, but the sourcing agent has fewer dependencies. You're not waiting on hardware to arrive or a device to start learning your home's patterns. Income ceiling. Energy auditor earns per audit $150 to $300 per job. Sourcing agents earns on retainer, potentially $500 per month per client. Long-term ceiling, sourcing agent wins. Risk level. Energy auditor has a clear, tangible deliverable every time. A one-page roadmap is easy to explain and easy to sell. Sourcing agent requires trust building and relationship management, which takes more time to establish. Short-term risk, energy auditor is lower. Ease of explaining the service. Energy auditor wins here easily. I look at your home energy data and tells you how to cut your electricity bill. It's a sentence anyone can understand in under 5 seconds. Sourcing agent requires a slightly longer explanation, though once a client gets it, the value is obvious. So, which one do you launch in 7 days? If you have $0 to spend and you're comfortable starting conversations with local business owners, launch the Sustainable Sourcing Agent first. The barrier to entry is the lowest of any hustle we have covered on this channel. If you have $200 to invest and you prefer working independently with data rather than making pitches in person, start building your energy auditor practice. Your first audit can be done for a friend or a neighbor at no charge. And you will have real results and a real case study by day 7. Here's the thing about both of these. Neither requires a degree, neither requires a business license to get started. Neither requires you to quit anything you are already doing. Both tap directly into a market that is growing because regulation is making sustainability non-optional for businesses and homeowners alike. One last thing before you go. I am building a sustainable vendor database, specifically designed for the sourcing agent path. If this video hits 20 likes, the database goes live in the next video as a free resource for this community. That is your move right now. Hit like if either of these hustles sparked something for you. And if neither of these feels like the right fit, do not worry. Stay in the garage. We're just getting started. GG's.